Well, if you didn't win money on Tuesday, thanks to me, shame on you. Here on the video report and on the site, I gave you easy free winners with the Kansas City Royals and the 10-0 win against the Giants in Game 6 of the World Series. And then in basketball, I told you it was a game that was going to go right down to the wire, but I thought the way to go was Dallas plus the points. And you saw the Mavericks covering the 3.5-point spread as the 1-point loss at San Antonio. But more importantly, my best bet, and I've told you repeatedly over the past few days, the opening weeks of any season, I don't care the sport, it's the only time you have the advantage over the odds makers. And in the NBA, it's just like the NFL. The preseason is meaningless. The odds makers know nothing more about these teams than you do at this particular point in time, or I do, because this is what I do for a living. And I thought the best bet last night was easily New Orleans over Orlando. I didn't care that the Pelicans were a 10.5-point favorite when I released the play. Yeah, it moved down to 9.5. Didn't matter to me. Pelicans rolling by 17 points in an easy win and cover. But for you, you got the play, a $99 selection, absolutely free, as part of the Charity Play of the Week selection program. So now it's your turn on a quid pro quo basis to make a donation. If you scroll down here underneath the video report, you will see the story about a 13-year-old boy from Illinois. His name is Sebastian Major. This little guy has been battling for quite a while. Diagnosed back in October of 2011, so 3 years plus, with stage 4 neuroblastoma. Underwent nearly 3 years of treatments as his family brought him to medical centers in St. Louis and Cincinnati, Springfield, and Chicago. Well, just recently, he and his family decided to stop chemotherapy, enter hospice care, and they just started radiation treatments this week to try to help reduce his pain. As I've told you many, many times, guys, insurance doesn't cover all the bills. That's the bottom line. You can imagine with all the travel this family has done, with all the expenses they've incurred, with all the lost wages, because who's going to leave their child? Would you, alone, in a time of need? Absolutely not. You'd move heaven and earth just like I would. We're all the same. And listen, if you follow up on these charities, and you go to the donation pages after you give your money, many times you will see how appreciative these people are. And I know you don't do it for appreciation. I don't do it for publicity or appreciation. I just do it because I think it creates positive karma, and it's the right thing to do. And together we've created this community of caregivers that has easily contributed $300,000, maybe $350,000 to various folks in times of need over the past few years. I think his mother wrote very eloquently and also on a heart-wrenching note recently on the donation site about what it's all about. And let me just quote you and read you what she said. And I'll get to your free picks, but listen, there's more important stuff than gambling sometimes here. The financial assistance we receive helps to alleviate a little bit of our everyday stressors. Having the scariness of Sebastian's illness as a constant in our world, it's incredibly helpful to not have to worry about being short on gas or groceries each month. So a big thank you to everyone who continues to give us a hand. It is never underappreciated or unnoticed. And now I'm asking you to help this family out. Visa, MasterCard, American Express, PayPal. Click on the link below. Make a donation. By the way, if you click on that link, you'll see a picture of this little guy and a friend of his. And if you click on the little arrow on the lower right-hand side, it'll bring you to a video, which you can fast forward, and you'll see him in the hospital. And listen, I've had enough hospital stays myself, but when you see the number of leads and wires and tubes and everything else, this is a 13-year-old kid. Give. It's the right thing to do. As for me, I've got another World Series free pick for you. I've got more NBA free picks coming up for you as well. Listen, tonight I've got to play just as easy as last night's. It's another 10-dime release, just like the Pelicans last night. 28-11 roll with the 10-dime releasers over the past 2 months in all sports combined. Going for winning day number 43 out of 67 and 12 out of 17. And you save $65 and get to play for just $34 by using the coupon code REPEAT, R-E-P-E-A-T. After a charity play wins, I like to offer you the opportunity to save. In the old days, I used to make it, if I won, you had to get my packages. But here, You can save $125 off the purchase of any Handicappers package here at the site. Any Handicappers 30-day package here at the site by using coupon code SAVE125. If you happen, and I'm just using me for an example, let's say you had 10 days left of a 30-day package with me. You wanted to take advantage and save $125 on a new 30 days. Well, then you would have 40 days left in your package. It would just extend out. And if you had any instant rebates, they would be applicable as well. If you ever have any questions on how this all works, contact customer service. This is a great way to maximize your savings and packages. Save $125 on the purchase of any Handicappers 30-day package here at the site, or save $50 on the purchase of any 7-day handicapping package here at the site. And by the way, the Handicappers package prices, they've been the same for like over a year now. It's not like I raised them. They're the same. So take advantage. Use the coupons. Gabriel DuPont, last night, you got his winner on the Royals. It was a 50-dime play. You got it for $29. Today, he's going for winning day number 8 in a row with the biggest play of his career in baseball for the final game of the season. 200-dime baseball winner, number 4 out of 5. His last one, I think, was the Orioles over the Tigers in game 1 of their series. This is 4 times bigger than KC last night, 4 times bigger than his NFC East total of the year that you got for $9 on Monday night with the Cowboys and the under with the Redskins. Save $75. You get it for $24 by using coupon code GABE, G-A-B-E. Gabe for that rare 200-dime play. There's a 777 triple play. Congratulations to Jeff Benton. He won last night with the over. He's got another one tonight, 777 on the World Series total. Let's talk about game number 7 of the World Series. Listen, as I told you in yesterday's video, teams that were returning home, trailing 3-2, have won 8 of the last 10 World Series by completing a 2-win home sweep in games 6 and 7. Why tempt fate? 9 straight home teams have won game 7s, 9 in a row. Last time a home team did not win a game 7, Pittsburgh winning at Baltimore in 1979. I don't know if I followed baseball back then. Tim Hudson and Jeremy Guthrie rematch of game number 3, won by the Royals last Friday night. Hudson pitched okay. 5 2/3 innings, 4 hits and 3 runs. But listen, the Giants have lost 6 of his last 8 starts. Meanwhile, Jeremy Guthrie pitched better than okay. 5 innings, a 4-hit, 2-run ball. The Royals have won both of his postseason starts. He's worked just 5 innings in both of them. He's given up a total of 7 hits and 3 runs. That's all they need from him with that shutdown bullpen to back 3 guys that Ned Yost can turn to. Momentum has shifted constantly in the series. Obviously, Royals winning last night 10-0. Because this is a World Series game, the Royals are only 140 favorite. If this was an interleague game in the middle of July, I assure you, after last night's result, the Royals would be a 170 favorite. To me, this is a bargain basement price. Okay, so you go with Kansas City here tonight minus the $1.40. Let's talk about some basketball action. God, there's so many games here tonight that I handicapped. I'm trying to pick some good ones here to give you selections. I think the Phoenix Suns can name the score against the Lakers tonight. I mean, how bad things are getting for the Lakers. Kobe comes back last night in their first-round draft pick. Julius Randle, broken fibula, gone for the season. Phew. They lost last night. The Lakers did at home to the Rockets, 108-90. Kobe had 19. Boozer had 17. They were the only 3 players total scored more than 11 points for the Lakers. The Suns are going to push the pace. The Suns love to run. I mean, they led the league last year with 18.7 fast break points per game. They're 98.2 possessions in 48 minutes per game, 6th best in the league, and they want to play even faster this year. Matter of fact, they may even go with a 3-guard lineup at times because they went out and got Isaiah Thomas, who was the Kings' leading scorer last season. So you got such a good, fast, athletic, young team in the Suns. You got the Lakers blown out last night. 2nd back-to-back, it ain't going to happen. You see this line jump from 10 to 12, it might jump to 13. What the hell? Lay it with the Suns. What do you got to worry about? Seriously, lay it with the Suns. Another game here tonight. Let's talk about the game between Charlotte and Milwaukee. And I just want to double-check the latest on the odds here. By the way, you can always check out our webpage to get all the latest odds. I think I got a damn good scoreboard. Interesting. Actually, that game is now up to 8.5 points. I don't like that game anymore. At 6.5 points, I like Charlotte. At 8.5 points, for one reason or another, not so convinced Charlotte is the play in that particular game, okay? I want to take a look at the game between Memphis and Minnesota. Listen, the only question I have in this particular game is whether or not Memphis can score enough. I mean, they should win the game. It's Minnesota. Andrew Wiggins, Anthony Bennett, Thad Young, does that inspire you? A backcourt of Ricky Rubio and Kevin Martin. One can't shoot and one can't play defense, okay? Grizzly, last time they hit the court, they blew a 3-2 first round lead against Oklahoma City in the playoffs last year and lost Game 7 on the road. But listen, Gasol, Randolph back. They combined for 32 points, 17 rebounds a game last season. Conley, Allen back, both coming off good years. They added Vince Carter, which I thought was a nice pickup from them. Veteran experience coming off the bench and a guy to help with their three-point shooting because he led the league with 146 three-pointers last year. Memphis averaged a league low 4.9 three-pointers a game. Memphis has won 9 of the last 10 at home in the series. T-Wolves, no Kevin Love, and the story for right there. Grizzlies on a 16-3 series roll, so I'll lay the points with Memphis in this one. Interesting game with Chicago at New York. Phil Jackson kept Carmelo. He couldn't, unfortunately, bring back Clyde Frazier, Earl the Pearl, and Willis Reed in their prime to play for the Knicks. That's what they're going to need. They got rid of Tyson Chandler. They brought in Raymond Felton and Samuel Dalembert. Oh, boy, that really scares me. Listen, the Bulls, Derrick Rose, 57 points in the final 2 preseason games. Joakim Noah, knee injury. Had the surgery back in May, probably going to wear a brace all season long. His minutes may be limited here, but listen, they did go out and get Paul Gasol, which I thought was a nice pickup for them. You got a Knicks team that is running the triangle now with Jose Calderon running the point. It'll be interesting to see how that works out. I'd be willing to lay the points here with Chicago and just double checking that line. Yeah, Chicago's up to 4.5. They were up 4. They were 4 earlier in the day, so I would go with Chicago in that particular game. So I'm going to take Phoenix and Chicago, and then the Royals and the NBA, and that'll do it for your free picks. Best of luck to you guys, and I will catch you again tomorrow.